In 2015, a group of the brightest minds in technology gathered in San Francisco working on something few people truly understood: artificial general intelligence. At the center of this gathering were Sam Altman, a master of startups who could see opportunity where no one else did, and Elon Musk, a billionaire with an obsession for the future: Mars, electric cars, solar power, and now AI. Together they co-founded OpenAI, a company promising to guide AI safely into the hands of humanity. But what began as a mission to protect the world from an unpredictable technology soon turned into a high-stakes corporate and global battle, a war over the future of intelligence itself. The journey from hopeful lab experiments to multi-billion-dollar AI arms race was not linear. It was filled with betrayals, ideological clashes, sudden departures, and shocking reversals that would leave even the most seasoned tech journalists stunned. To understand how this war began, we must first explore the lives, the men who started it, and the paths that brought them together. Sam Altman was born on April 22, 1985 in Chicago, Illinois. From an early age, he had a knack for seeing the future before anyone else. Computer fascinated him, but what truly set him apart was his ability to spot opportunity and build teams that could execute on vision. At Stanford, he studied computer science, but the classroom couldn't contain him. He dropped out to co-found Looped, a location-based social networking app, which would eventually be acquired, giving his first taste of startup success. Altman's big breakthrough came when he became president of Y Combinator, where he helped launch hundreds of startups that went on to become household names. By the time OpenAI was founded, Altman had mastered the art of turning ambitious ideas into real-world businesses, positioning him perfectly to navigate the murky waters of AI research. But while Altman was a visionary, he was also entering a world where mistakes weren't just costly, they could be catastrophic, and he wasn't alone. Across the tech landscape, another figure was preparing to leave a mark on history, and that figure was Elon Musk. Elon Musk's story was already legendary before OpenAI. He co-founded Zip2, sold it for nearly $300 million, then created XCOM, which would evolve into PayPal. But Musk wasn't interested in small victories, he wanted to change the future. With SpaceX, he aimed to make space travel affordable. With Tesla, he wanted to redefine transportation. He explored solar energy, brain-computer interfaces, and even underground tunnels. Musk was already thinking decades ahead, which made the question of AI not just interesting but urgent. He saw AI as a double-edged sword, a tool that could accelerate human progress or something that could spiral out of control. It was this fear and vision that led him to join forces with Altman in 2015. Together, they envisioned a company that could guide AI safely into the hands of humanity, rather than letting it fall into corporate or governmental monopolies. In December 2015, OpenAI officially launched. The company promised to be different: open source research, global collaboration, and a commitment to safety over profit. The founding team, Musk, Altman, Greg Brockman, Ilya Sutskever, Wojciech Zaremba, and John Schulman, was made up of some of the best minds in AI. They weren't just building software, they were trying to shape the future of intelligence itself. With a funding pledge of $1 billion, OpenAI began its mission to create artificial general intelligence that could benefit all of humanity, but money couldn't buy harmony. The challenge of balancing ethics, research speed, and global influence would soon test the organization to its limits. And as OpenAI grew, so did the stakes. The company's ambition caught the eye of competitors, and not everyone played fair. By 2018, OpenAI faced a dilemma. Musk's own companies were developing AI, particularly for self-driving cars. A conflict of interest emerged, forcing Musk to step down from OpenAI's board. His departure was amicable on paper, but it signaled a deeper tension. The balance between corporate ambition and AI safety was fragile. As OpenAI accelerated its research, questions arose about whether speed could compromise ethics. Some researchers began to wonder if the AI they were building could change the world should it be released too quickly. These debates would later lead to some of the most dramatic moments in the company's history, moments that would shock the tech world. OpenAI's rapid progress didn't go unnoticed. By 2020, former team members left to start Anthropic, a company focused on AI safety from a new perspective. Around the same time, DeepSeek emerged, promising faster innovation and open collaboration. Suddenly, what had started as a cooperative vision became a competitive battlefield. Tech giants like Google, Microsoft, Meta, and Amazon began pouring billions into AI, trying to outspace OpenAI. The race wasn't just about technology, it was about control, influence, and the future of society itself. Every breakthrough, every patent, every new model became a move in a high-stakes game that no one fully understood yet. And as these companies viewed for supremacy, the story of OpenAI's internal drama was about to reach its most shocking chapter. In late 2023, the world watched in disbelief. Sam Altman, the visionary CEO of OpenAI, was fired. The official reasons cited differences over strategy and governance, but the details were murky, leaving the tech world scrambling for answers. Employees were stunned, investors were anxious, the AI community was in-house, and just 5 days later, in a twist almost nobody saw coming, Altman was reinstated. This episode wasn't just corporate drama, it revealed how highly contested control over AI has become and how fragile the balance of power is when billions of dollars, national security and technological supremacy are all at stake. And while the headlines focused on personalities, the real story was bigger, a corporate arms race that could shape the future of humanity. By 2024, the AI race had gone global. OpenAI wasn't just competing with other companies, it was competing with nations. Countries invested in AI research at unprecedented rates, knowing that whoever dominated the technology could influence economies, security, and innovation worldwide. Corporations poured billions into large language models, generative AI, and machine learning systems. Partnerships formed and broke apart overnight. Deals were signed and cancelled in secret boardrooms. The rules were being written on the fly, and no one could predict the consequences. And yet, amid the chaos, one question loomed over everyone involved: who will control the future, and will humanity be ready for it? Even the founders weren't immune. Musk and Altman began publicly disagreeing over the pace and direction of AI development. Musk, cautious and aware of risks, warned against moving too fast. Altman, pragmatic and ambitious, pushed for deployment and progress. This clash symbolized the larger conflict in AI: innovation versus caution, speed versus safety, ambition versus responsibility. It was a philosophical war as much as a technological one, and it would influence not just OpenAI, but the entire field of artificial intelligence. And the story doesn't end with the bad. These ideological clashes and tangible consequences that would ripple through every AI lab and startup in the world. The AI war has changed the rules of business, technology, and ethics. OpenAI's breakthroughs pushed competitors to innovate faster. Safety debates become headlines. National and corporate strategies shift overnight. And yet, as AI continues to evolve, the lines between cooperation, competition, and conflict blur. Every new model, every new experiment, every decision carries stakes that no one can fully predict. In a sense, the war that started quietly in a San Francisco office in 2015 is now a global struggle, a fight.